Millions of people now subscribe to online games, the most popular of which are massively multiplayer online role-playing games, which allow thousands of players to interact within the same world. Currently, the most popular online role-playing game is the World of Warcraft. Over 8 million people pay about $15 every month to play. In it, players choose and create Warcraft heroes to represent them as they explore, adventure, and quest across the world of Azeroth. Whether adventuring together or fighting against each other in epic battles, players will form friendships, teams, and compete with enemies for power and glory. When starting off in the World of Warcraft, your child will have to choose which type of realm or area they want to join. The most popular type is Player versus Environment, which is where they choose to fight the mobs of monsters in the environment. Player versus player combat is voluntary. In Player versus Player realm, your child will not only fight the mobs from the environment, but when they are in a zone that is not protected by their group, they will be able to attack and be attacked by the enemy group. In a Player versus Environment realm, your child can turn on Player versus Player, which lets people from the enemy group attack them. There are also role-playing areas which allow the more imaginative players to take part in a fantasy setting. For example, if your child's character is a Night Elf Hunter, then they would try to speak as if they were a Night Elf Hunter instead of a 17-year-old high school student. Your child will begin their character at level 1 and earn experience points, called XP or EXP, to gain levels. Like most other role-playing games, World of Warcraft lets users advance in level as they gain experience. The higher the level, the more ability the character gains. To earn XP, a character must complete quests given to them by quest givers, marked by the yellow exclamation mark over their head. Quests that have been accepted are kept in your quest log and are listed by zone and colored by difficulty. Each quest will give a certain amount of XP. Gray quests will give fewer points, while red quests will give the most. It is best to complete yellow and green quests, which are the middle, to get stronger, without dying. The social aspect of the World of Warcraft is very important, as your child will encounter both friends and enemies in the game. When they choose their character, they must pick to be part of either Horde or Alliance, which are two warring groups. This choice will affect where they go in the world and who is friendly to them. Your child will be able to play and quest with people from their own group, while the other group is considered the enemy. They will be able to easily keep track of players that they play with by adding them to a friends list. People who are rude or offensive can also be added to the ignore list. Your child cannot see what people on their ignore list say, but can still see their character. If someone bothers or harasses your child, they can be reported to a game master. Game masters are real-life employees who are there to help when someone breaks the rules. To report a player, your child can open a ticket in the help request section, and it will be sent to a game master. To open a ticket, your child will click on the information button in the Warcraft toolbar. This will open a list of self-help articles which they should read before sending any request. After that, they can click on the Open Ticket button. From there, your child will need to click on Issues that Game Masters or GMs can help with. Click on Behavior Harassment. Here your child will find a list of the types of harassment they can report. They will need to add more information at this point. This should include the screen name of the person who is harassing them. If you are concerned about the amount of time your child is playing, you can restrict game availability through the parental controls on the World of Warcraft website at worldofwarcraft.com. World of Warcraft is by far the most popular online game out there. It is important to note that many of the people your child is playing with are strangers. People need to be aware that online gaming allows access to online communities, and they need to know who their children are talking to and to teach them to play safe.